It's motherfucking lit.
It's motherfucking lit. It's motherfucking lit. Yeah, 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 yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are new. Now, today I did decide to skip over the acrylic application because I just wanted to show y'all how I simply did the design. So starting off, I used this orange color that I got from Temu. It was not true to color in my eyes. I could be wrong. I think the second color I mixed is more of what I was expecting, but this was not as opaque. So I ended up having to do a custom color whenever I went in for the second layer of polish. I am one of those people who really doesn't do things like in a technique type of way. I look at shapes and I go off of shapes. So maybe one day I'll be able to explain a little bit better how I do things, but I do pretty much start in the center and I just bring it down like it's a C. That's how I see it. I know everybody might not see it my way. And then I go on the other side and treat it as if it's another C. And then I just kind of go back and double check and make sure that it's even. Now, this French tip is very, very low. So it's lower than what I'm used to doing, but this is how the inspo pick was. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. Sometimes I get too excited. So yeah, usually I just go in with the regular brush to kind of flatten it out because you don't want to use too much product. And I really had to learn this when I was using whites and blacks because I would put too much polish and it would be like a thick layer and it would not dry correctly. And I was literally going insane trying to use white polish especially. I was also going in with my small brush, but the small brush holds a lot of polish and just it doesn't come out like that flat color. So go ahead and keep your little brush out or find an individual brush. That way you can brush the first layer of that color in. I'm sorry, I meant polish. I did hair for 12 years, so some of my terms might be off. I stumble over my words a lot, especially when my anxiety kicks in, and I need to get out of saying so we're going to work on that together. So this is where I started to mix that color. I just used another color from Beetles. I'm not really sure which orange it was, but this is just my preference. So honestly, you could just find some orange polish and make it do what it do on your end. So that was just me checking to make sure the sticky layer is still there because it tends to be a little bit more easy whenever the first layer is still sticky whenever you're going in with the second layer of polish. Now, for this color, just make sure you're going in with the even amount because you don't want it to look really splotchy, especially with that brighter color underneath it. And this is almost like a jelly see-through color for some odd reason. It wasn't that heavy of a color, and I only wanted to go over it once. I was not trying to be here all night doing just the color. Even though the original design did not have the pearls, I had ordered these and they came in and I was like, oh my God, these will go perfect. And they would give my client a little bit of a pop. She was okay with me adding extra stuff. But yeah, sometimes my mind is just not where it's at and I'll just copy the exact design that my client sent to me to the T. But today I was like, okay, I had time. Let's make it a little bit different. So yeah, she ended up seeing them and she was excited about it. Again, this is just for one of my ambassadors, so even though I put my all into their work, I'm able to do a little bit more of what I would like on the nails sometimes when I have the ambassadors, because they give me free range. So I enjoy having clients like that when they are ambassadors, but I do get nervous when it's an actual client, because there have been times where I've kind of freestyled and did my thing, but it wasn't really my client's taste. So I do kind of ask for specifics whenever I do press on orders, because people will tell you to do you, but doing me has nothing to do with you. So now I've done some out of this world crap that I like and you don't like it. So yeah, sometimes I get nervous when it comes to people outside of being my ambassadors, y'all. And these little wax sticks come inside of the packaging whenever you order from like Amazon and stuff like that, or Temu. They'll come with like these little pencils. Don't throw them away. They are wax pencils. So yeah, they help a lot. It is way, 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 way better, 10 times more faster when you use this. And try not to think too hard about your placement. I think it kind of comes natural, like as you go. I usually start with like the bigger ones and just kind of like work my way through. And I just try to make every nail unique. So I wouldn't even try to go exact off of the other nail whenever I did this on the other hand. I didn't try to go exact. For the next design, I'm going to draw XO. I have the brushes on my Amazon storefront, so you can check that out in the description to see what brushes I use. And you can pretty much just go by color. I'm not sure if these brushes had numbers on them. I would have to go back and check, and I'll have that updated. But I know that the yellow one is the smallest one, and it just works best for me. I've been in love with these because sometimes those really long, skinny brushes just don't do the job. And they're a little bit harder to work with, especially when you're an artist. So coming from being a painter into doing nails is completely, completely, completely different. So I want to say kudos to the girls who do these custom designs. I also added a heart, which wasn't on the original one, but hey, why not? You know, sometimes I just get excited and I start adding extra stuff like I told y'all. I also kept my designs in real time so that y'all can see, you know, how time consuming it can be, and y'all can see exactly how they were done. And this next design was like a yin and yang type of design, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You can literally just draw like a squiggly line down the middle and yeah, fill in one side white. Or you can kind of do this from the jump if you would like to. Me, I was like, I'm going to do it orange and go over it with white. That way I don't have to use 2 layers of white, because that white can be so tricky. Like I told y'all, if you put that white on too heavy, you would have to have a high heat lamp, because white tends to not want to dry sometimes, especially when it comes to the Beatles white and the Dynamic Nails white. If y'all know white that doesn't do that, please let me know. Also, whenever doing these type of designs, the smaller the design, I would say really, really take your time. Just slow down and give yourself some grace and try not to flood your brush. Those are just like a couple of things that I had to learn as far as nail polish versus actual paint. Actual paint, I am the queen of flooding my brushes, even though you're not supposed to. But I had to really, really, really learn to take my time, because I'm good with line work on a canvas, but on a fingernail, I was struggling, okay? So the design after that is going to be the cow print. I think the cow print is a little easy because it's kind of a design that you can mess up on and still do a great job. So if you are a beginner when it comes to designing anything, I would try the cow print. Like, I would let that be one of my first type of designs, because it's so simple to me. Like, you can literally screw this up and still pretty much get it right. It's just like a bunch of crooked circles that make no sense. forget to do the yin and yang sign. Make sure you're putting your dots on there. You're going to do one white and the opposite side orange. After that, you're going to cure it for about 60 seconds. And then you're going to go in with your top coat. And that pretty much sums up the design. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the support. I hope to see y'all next time. I have so much in store. And please don't forget, because of my pregnancy, I will be taking a break around May. I'm due May 31st. I'm not sure when I'll actually have the baby. You never know.